Growing jobs and North Carolina's economy will be the focus of newly elected Governor Pat McCrory.
One idea being discussed by lawmakers is abolishing the state income tax in exchange for a consumption tax. News 13's Frank Faboni joins us with tonight's reality check.
Frank, is it possible?
Well, Pat McCrory campaigned on pro-growth tax reform. He also has a supermajority in the State House and Senate. And now a conservative Raleigh think tank has launched a campaign to end the state's income tax. Ringing registers and revenue from a higher sales tax could be the solution to reforming North Carolina's tax code. Reform that could eliminate the state's income tax.
Being a Florida native, I agree with that. We don't have it in Florida, and we seem to be getting along pretty well.
The Raleigh-based Civitas Institute has launched a new website called No Income Tax NC. Here, people can sign a petition to support eliminating the income tax.
And that means growth in jobs, that means growth in opportunity.
The Civitas Institute says switching to a sales or consumption tax would mean more jobs and bigger paychecks.
And that's really been something that we've needed to address for years in North Carolina, is revamping our tax code to make it more conducive to economic growth.
Workers struggling in a tough economy say
they need to get real about tourism, and that will help the tax situation.
Cutting the state's bite of their pay could help.
I'm paying, gosh, it's got to be 18-19% in taxes. So by the time I take home my paycheck, I have to work another part-time job.
But opponents often argue consumption taxes are regressive, penalizing the poor while rewarding the rich. Civitas says everyone benefits when the economy is growing.
What we find to be most burdensome is a tax structure that hinders economic growth. In other words, a stagnant economy is going to hurt low-income, low-skilled people the hardest.
9 other states do not collect income taxes. Civitas compared them to others in a recent study.
What the empirical research shows is that average annual growth rates for those states without these income taxes is noticeably higher than the other states.
There's a lot of attributes in North Carolina that could tax and use tourism as tax and get rid of that local and state tax, and they really need to think about it.
And with tax season just around the corner,
it's something that really should be looked at from both sides of the table.
Some are hoping North Carolina lawmakers think real hard.
Do away with it. Abolish all taxes as far as I'm concerned.
I'm with him. The Civitas study suggests if the state made the transition to a consumption tax in the year 2000, the state would have much higher personal income today and hundreds of thousands of more jobs. The Institute believes tax reform legislation will be introduced in 2013. If you have an idea for a reality check, write me here at realitycheck@WLOS.com.